So what's up everyone, this is Sire, and today I'll show you how to achieve that film look using Dehancer. So let's get started. So go to the FX panel, search for Dehancer, then drag and drop it onto the node. So go to your input tab in Dehancer and choose a camera. So what I use is Sony a6400 since there's no Sony ZV-E10. So I use S-Log3 S-Gamma3 Cine. Then I'm just gonna adjust the exposure a little bit higher because it's too dark, and the temperature to cool, so to the left to make it look cool. And you can use other here, but yeah. So go to your film tab and go to the film profile. So there's a mini film profile in Dehancer so for this one I'm gonna use Kodak Vision 3 500D since it's night shot. As you can see, the colors are different, make it like film. And then after this I'm gonna push and pull the lever. So I think right is a little bit more cinematic. It depends on your footage, okay? So after this, film developer, you need to enable this one. This is important because the saturation. So enable this one and increase the color boost a little bit, not too much because you may break your footage. Like maybe like right here, I think this is good. After this, I'm going to the contrast boost to make it more cinematic. Look at this, the black go black. It's not flat anymore, and I think this is good, but I think we need to go to print. So I think this one, film compression, I don't enable this one. Expand maybe later, and print. So for print I usually use Kodak 2383 print film. So these two, for now I'm gonna use this one. So after this, you see the footage more like a print film now, or more like a film. So you can use the color density to make it more density. Don't make it too much again. So yeah, there's many options here, but it depends on you. So for film grain, there's so many profile in film grain, so I usually use custom. So for size, I'm go for below 10, amount below 15, and film resolution below 20. I think this is good. So for halation, I usually use 16mm Super 16, and I'm just gonna adjust my liking. So as you can see, as you can see right here, this is for halation. See that red thing? So see, when I enable this one, you can see there's no red. When I enable, there's red. That's the halation thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna adjust. So for bloom, I usually use again 16 super mm. So let me just see. When I enable this one, you can see that adds a bloom or a glow in other effects. So yeah, that's it. Wait, let me just change this one. So for additional film effects, so this film damage, I usually use the default settings, which is 35mm profile. I'm just gonna increase the amount to 25. As you can see, I think you cannot see my footage, but this is my settings in film damage. So yeah, for this one, I'm not gonna use this one, so I'm gonna disable this one. Film breadth, I usually use the default settings, 35. So for this one, I'm gonna just disable this one. So for gate wave, I usually don't use this one. So when I enable this, I'm just using the default settings, which is the 35mm in the impact of 100. So yeah, for now I'm just disable this one. So for overscan, I usually use, depends on my liking, so it's up to you also. So it's like a film frame, like a crop footage, so yeah. So for vignette, I usually enable this one. So for exposure, I'm just adjusting my exposure. It depends on the footage. So if the footage is underexposed, I'm gonna just balance it out. Or if it is overexposed, I'm gonna balance it out. So for size, it depends on my liking. It's up to you also. So that's my settings in vignette. So this is the final result of the footage. That's it, we're done. So remember, the settings and profile will be different for each footage, so you'll have to figure them out yourself. Just keep practicing with Dehancer until you master it. So that's all from me. Take care and goodbye everyone.